here is your 2016 horoscope. Firstly, let's have a look at what's happening generally for you, Aries, in 2016. So, are we playing well with Uranus, the planet that's in your sign? The planet that brings change, rebellion, freedom, technological advancement, the unconventional, transformational improvement, and he will do so at any cost, even if it's through disruption, chaos, revolution or rebellion. We don't want much of that, do we? No, Uranus will do it somehow, whether we as humans like it or not. Now, he's in your sign all year through to May 2018. You haven't got a choice. You've got to play nice. It is time to be proactive so as to create the change for yourself for the better in any or all areas before Uranus comes in and does it and causes a bit of chaos. We don't want that, do we? So be proactive and make those changes that you need, dear Aries. And also, it's good to understand that an easy trap to fall into with Uranus energy is jumping into something without forethought or planning, as this creates time-wasted and unnecessary chaos. It's also a good idea to look at what your ruling planet, Mars, is doing. So Mars, the god of action, firepower and war. We don't want the war bit, no. Well, Mars starts off the year in Libra and then moves into Scorpio and so on. The important point is Mars retrogrades in mid-April through to the end of June. And when a ruling planet is in retrograde, the individual can feel a little bit off focus. Things don't quite go the way you're wanting them to. You may feel a little bit agitated, more than normal. So my advice here is, when it retrogrades, is to channel that energy in a more self-supporting way, such as reevaluate, go over, rethink, replan about how, where and what you're putting your energy into for the future, and in readiness for when Mars goes direct again from July. At least you'll hit the ground running. So let's now look at the planetary action supporting love, relationships and friendships for 2016 for you, dear Aries. So, remember Mars, your ruling planet? Mars is also great for bringing in energy, passion, drive into any area. So in January and February, he's bringing that in bucket loads as it travels through your areas of sex and intimacy, adding that va-va-boom and that passion. Enjoy, Aries. Then Mars retrogrades in mid-April through to the end of June and re-enters the intimacy sector again. But it's in retrograde energy, so you may feel more unsettled and unsatisfied with this area. But remember, it's temporary and not to react to it, as it goes direct again in July and things balance up again once more. September is great for you, Aries, because it brings in a positive time for your relationships for commitment and for singletons to attract people towards them. It's a general positive for harmony and positive success for your most important one-to-one connections. Why? Because this is when lucky Jupiter, the planet of commitment and marriage, enters your sector of relationships. So, let's now look at career, money and security for you, Aries, in 2016. Great news here, Jupiter. Powerful for bringing in opportunities and success with all these areas, as it's in your work sector till September. So try to push forward to create more opportunities for yourself. Now, just a little spanner in the works, not big, little, is when Mercury retrogrades in the area of career around January 7th through to about the 26th. Then also try and watch your money area, as the second Mercury retrograde is in the area of money from April 29 through to May. And then the third retrograde in the first 3 weeks of September again is in the area of work. So January, May, September are times where you may feel a little bit off your game, and these are times where work, career and money just aren't going the way that you'd hoped. It's a time not to react, but to just go with the flow. These challenges are temporary, and remember, don't start any new projects, do not make any new investments, avoid overspending, and avoid initiating new projects around this time. The retrograde soon pass and you're able to move forward once again with your areas of career, work and money. So that's it for now, Aries, but there's a lot more than I can fit in here that's happening for you. You can catch me live on screen with more interesting astrological insights. In the meantime, do join me on Facebook and Twitter. More importantly, Aries, you have a fabulous 2016.